Hello, it's leg 11 of the Island Way, and we're just leaving the little village of Legs near Balik, and we're heading towards the border. First we're going to pass a town called Garrison, which will be the last town in Northern Ireland, and then we're going to head to Manor Hamilton, which is about 10 miles beyond there. I'm hoping we can get somewhere to stop and eat in both places. And Manor Hamilton is not actually the place we're staying tonight, but we'll catch the bus from Manor Hamilton to Glenfarne. It just means that the route I'm doing today is not quite as long, and it's easier to carry the route on when we start walking again next. So, over and out. I was thinking this the other day. Aren't those cows very clever for pooing in such a nice neat pile? Hello! So we're about a mile in, and the rain's certainly come down, but I thought I'd give a little update on the bag situation. So, yes, I mentioned yesterday that my bag buckle broke, much like it did at the start of the jog all those months ago. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a spare bag buckle. Probably worth having a spare, note to future self. But I've been experimenting with a few different techniques of supporting my almost 20 kilogram bag on my back, ranging from pulling the straps of the waistband as tight as possible. Works for about 10 seconds and then your arms just kind of give way. It's also kind of put my arms underneath the bottom of my bag and supporting the weight there. That works quite well for a few miles, but it starts to rub the skin off of your hands. Specifically, is it called the weenus, the bit of skin between the thumb and the forefinger? Yeah, they're a bit sore now, so opted against that. And then I had the bright idea to just tie the two straps together, which doesn't in itself provide enough tension, but then twist up the strap to get it much tighter. That is working quite well. Right, we're just crossing the road now because we're going around a bit of a right corner. I'm not sure the cars can see me. Anyway, so far we're feeling much better today than I thought I would do after a lovely English breakfast, and yes, we're well on our way to the Irish border. Well, Tess and I are very pleased to be off that famous A Road of Death, and we're walking along the bridge road, and it allows us to cross over the river, which feeds into the lower Loch Earn that we've been walking past for the last day and a half or so. So this is the bridge. It really is quite a strange bridge. It's got wood underneath here. Strange to think that cars will be driving over it. And it's just over this little stretch of loch, or is it river? Hard to tell. Yeah, it's a little bit higgledy-piggledy, this bridge. I don't think two cars would like to pass on it. But fortunately, we got it all to ourselves. Bizarre. Hope that cow's penned in. I hope they're all penned in. Oh, look at that. Some lovely little silky chickens. Good girl, Tessie. Good girl. Come on, Tessie, good girl. You don't need to chase them, darling. They look like Tindy, don't they? So we're back on the nice quiet country lanes again after our brief interloping with the A roads, and really, really nice houses around here. Just give you a sweeping view, and this will be mostly, I think, what the walk is like today. So yeah, much nicer on the ears and the soul. We're currently descending into Garrison, which, as I said before, is the last town in Northern Ireland, and we're about 2 miles above it at the moment. The hills you can see in the far distance over there, that actually is the Republic of Ireland, because between us and those hills is a Loch Allen. Here we've got a much better view of the hills. It's a lovely little skyline. The peaks and the troughs and the big noses, very nice. Look at this, a pavement! Hurrah! And over there, they're selling coal. It's the second place I've seen coal so far in this entrance to this little village. I don't know if it's an old sign or they are actually selling coal. Seems strange. So the road gets very narrow, and they've built this nice little river walkway instead for us to use. Tess is happy to be off the lead, and this river flows all the way down into Loch Mervyn, which I think I said the wrong name earlier, But yeah, it's definitely Loch Mervyn. Yep, so this is the lovely town of Garrison, and I went to Bilberry, which actually is a very nice dog-friendly cafe restaurant in Garrison. In fact, the only place serving food, so I was told, and we had Sunday lunch, which was glorious. Tess had a lovely time, and she helped me with a bit of my pork. And this is the famous loch right here. And we're going to cross the border in about 10 or 15 minutes, maybe just in time for the mobile phone test. It's just gone 3 o'clock here, and I can tell you that we didn't receive the emergency alert. I don't know if that's because it thinks we're in Ireland, but we're actually still in Northern Ireland. But I think my phone is connected to a Northern Irish network. Well, you can't see it because that bit's hidden by the location controls in the top blue. But either way, we didn't get the alert, so oh dear. So this is it. This is the border. The bridge goes over a river, and the other side of that river is the Republic of Ireland. As you can see, there's absolutely no security here. You can do whatever you like. You can go backwards and forwards all day, and no one would really bat an eyelid. So, yes, almost time to say farewell, Northern Ireland, and welcome the Republic of Ireland. Here we go. Let's try and get me in this shot. Perfect. Yep, so that's it. We are officially now in the Republic of Ireland. Does it look any different? Not really. But apparently, well, the road signs, let me quickly show you that, they're now in kilometres an hour. I'm not sure what it was before, but it wasn't 80 kilometres an hour. And here we are into County Leitrim. Oh yeah, going that way, I can't actually see, oh, 60 kilometres an hour that way, sorry, 60 miles an hour that way, 80 kilometres this way. Yeah, so I think it's slower on this side. Well, a few things to notice. First, we've got the yellow lines on the road. Second, the road itself seems a lot better maintained. And third, all the road signs are any kind of yellow squares, yellow diamonds. So already it does look a little bit, dare I say, foreign, or at least different. Yeah, amazing that we made it this far. Well done, Tess. And we're actually walking right next to the loch. This is a lovely, lovely walk, and the road's not too busy at all. Tessie wanted to have a very quick swim in the loch, so we'll let her have a little quick swim. Go on then, darling. You got one? You ready? Good girl, good girl. Oh, you got both of them! Oh, you're so clever! You're so clever. Okay. Where's she gone? Where's she gone? Clever girl. Oh, you got all of them! You good girl. Alright. Here it seems the place names have got really pretty signs. Another yellow sign there. A test with a stick. Here the speed signs still say kilometres per hour. I wonder if that's just because we're close to the border, otherwise it'll say it the entire way through Ireland. I don't quite think all these structures are airtight. Maybe some of them are. So last night I stayed up quite late worrying about this particular crossroads. We got an option of going to Kitty Locher, if that's how you pronounce it, by turning left, or carrying straight on to Manor Hamilton. Now, Kitty Locher is the direction of where I'm staying tonight, but it's a little bit out of the way for where I want to be come Tuesday, in another lakeside town called Drumshambo. Oh, Tessie, in. Good girl, good girl. Yeah, but so what I decided to do is actually keep going straight as if I was going in the direction of Drumshambo, and then craftily take a bus that will take me to my accommodation. And I'm quite surprised by this, but there is a bus that runs every 90 minutes on a Sunday in Ireland between Manor Hamilton, what a mouthful, and Glenfarn, less of a mouthful, where I'm staying tonight. So that's what we're going to do. And then come Tuesday, we will take a bus to Manor Hamilton and continue our walk in the direction of Drumshambo. So we're coming to, I'm not sure it's the first church that we've passed, but definitely a nice church with a monk or something outside. And then this, I think, is our first pub that we're going to be passing from what it says in the window. So we are about 9 kilometres, I'm talking in kilometres now we're in Europe, from where we intend to be, which is called Manor Hamilton. And Manor Hamilton is the second largest town in County Leitrim. That might not be saying much because County Leitrim is the least populated of all the 32 counties that make up the island of Ireland. I think it's only got about 50,000 population, and the largest town is Carrick-on-Shannon, where we'll be going to in a few days' time. Carrick-on-Shannon, I've been told, is quite a party town with a population of 5,000, whereas Manor Hamilton has about 1,200 population. Ooh, the sun is shining, the sheep are happy. Hello, Irish sheep. So this reminds me of last Sunday when we were climbing up the mountain pass in the Sparrins. Fortunately, this mountain pass, if you can call it that at all, is only 210 metres tall, whereas the one last Sunday was 440 or something. So we're only 40 metres or so vertically from the top. Yeah, it's not too busy a road really. So we're going up that very steep road right in front of us, not continuing along this relatively main road. And interestingly, first one I've seen, caution, walkers on road. So there must be some kind of trail near here. And that's a man with a heavy backpack, much like me. So this is pretty much the high point of the walk. We're about 200 metres elevation, and here is the beautiful mountains we can see. I think we can see about 3 levels of mountains right into the distance, and the visibility is pretty good again. So these are probably some of the best views I've had so far this trip, just stretching on for miles and miles. So for the last few miles I've been very lucky and found this track that takes us straight into Manor Hamilton. I keep messing up that name, and we've seen no one on it so far. We've passed a few houses, but there's basically no turns on or off it, so it's just a shortcut, if you like, from where we were to where we want to be. And there's no cars, so Tess is just having a really nice time carrying her stick all the way down to Manor Hamilton. And yeah, it's downhill. We've got to lose about 150 metres, so it's a nice easy end to the walk. I think there must be a fairly famous cycle descent route from Saddle Hill, because I keep seeing signs to it, and they seem to have priority over us. It's 3 kilometres up that way, and a 4% descent or something. Anyway, there's no cyclists on it today, so we're okay. I can certainly start to feel my legs and feet kind of giving up. They want a bit of a rest. In the last 3 days we've done almost 60 miles, so yeah, well done me, well done Tess. All for motor neuron disease, and all to get to County Cork and in the bottom of it. It's another friend. Yay! Do you want to bring your stick? Let's go then. Tess, do you want to bring your stick? And so we've arrived in Manor Hamilton, or the outskirts of it, and it looks like there's a pavement, so we'll take full advantage of that. So this is the view down onto Manor Hamilton, and we've got about 1 kilometre to go and about half an hour to do it in before the bus comes, so we should be absolutely fine, and I'll be very glad to see the bus when it comes. We're doing a very small bit of a Leitrim way, it seems. It came from down there and it goes into the town here. So this is the high street of Manor Hamilton. Looks nice and pretty. Can see if we can find anywhere dog friendly for us to come back to on Tuesday, just in case we have to wait for a bus. So here we are in Manor Hamilton, or as it seems to be called by the shop names, Manor, because you've got like Manor Barbers, Manor Chinese, etc. And there's not much to suggest it's a bus stop, other than this interestingly displayed sign here. Unfortunately, we are not getting the 983, we're getting the 458, so I'm hoping our bus does come. If not, we'll have to have a pint and then wait for the next one. So we got the bus and we're in Glenfarne, and we're going to stay at Clancy's, which is just the building in front of me.